Hope you're all well and having an incredible day. Apologies, it sounds like my computer is running a little bit slow today, but it is what it is. I think we'll push through. Synthetic Soul in the house, got Lazy Lab Rat, I've got Professor, the man, the myth, the legend, Anna in the house, Valiant Energy, Jimmy Thing, Fly Crypto, Steve, Death Ranger, of course, and Lucy B coming in there a little bit late. I hope you're all well, and yeah, happy Monday. We're going to jump things off, as always, looking at some of the statistics on the Songbird network. I'm going to start with Nifty.io. So I'm going to give this a quick refresh here. I'm going to have a quick peek at the, I guess, the volumes for the various NFT collections. In the past 7 days, topping the charts, we have the Fat Cats, we've got the Fat Tigers, and in third place, we have the Fat Leopards. So yeah, pretty crazy that they've got all three of the top spots. In fourth place, we have Canary Punks, and in fifth place, S-Toads. Death Ranger talking about your YouTube bugging out. I think that's just me, maybe. My computer's acting up a little bit at the minute, but it should be all right now. So yeah, we've got the Delegation Statistics here. This is flowmetrics.io, and I do mention this all every week because it's an important tool if you want to maximize your delegation. So if you give it a refresh and come down here to the reward rate, and if you click that twice, it's going to order descending, and you basically get the statistics on the highest reward rate for each signal provider. So we have this one here, 01 FTSO topping the charts. In second place, we have Oracle Swap FTSO. Third place, we have Atlas TSO. In fourth place, we have S-Toads. And in fifth place, Nordso, which is actually providing half of the delegation rewards from the FLR Finance pools. So a little interesting fact for you there. If you are in the FLR Finance pool, you're essentially being delegated on behalf of them, or FLR Finance. 50% will go here, and the other 50% will go to DeFi Oracles sitting in 18th. Yeah, moving on. I just wanted to let you guys know that I think I'm going to introduce something every week where I do pin something in the comments section. You should see it at the top. It's the tweet. In fact, it's this tweet here, and I'm basically going to give 1 XRP to a random lucky retweeter. Only 8 so far, so if you do have time, feel free to check the link in the pinned section, and maybe you can win. It's only 1 XRP, just a little bit of fun. You guys know that the majority of the funds that I give out is to Patreon members and Flare, I guess, members on YouTube, where we do a quiz every single week. 30 XRP up for grabs, and this one's pretty special, so I'm looking forward to that. We're going to stick on the theme of FTSO for a little bit. We've got Hugo here saying that the FTSO rig works really well by any objective measure. We also have proposals of our own to improve, scale, and further decentralize, and make it easier for the smaller participants. And this has been a real hot topic recently. A lot of the bigger entities, if we look over here, you can see that they have a large percentage of the vote power. I mean, look at these in the hundreds of thousands, where if you scroll down here, a lot of them are in this 20 million range, which is actually a funding or a bootstrapping amount provided by the Flare teams themselves to attempt to get these signal providers on the right path. And you can see, say, for example, this one, they've achieved this 20 million Songbird distribution, or I guess allocation from the Flare team, but they haven't managed to achieve anything more. And yeah, there is going to be some things that are going to happen that hopefully incentivize that. And here's one of them. Hugo actually just mentioned about 1 hour ago. He agrees that the vote cap needs to be reduced as soon as possible. We've been developing a governance interface so that voting is simple. But the team is stretched pretty thin. Once that is up, the vote can take place. So if you're wondering what an interface is, it's basically just something that you can look at it. You can think of it as a website. So they're working on a governance website where people can connect their wallet and vote based on various proposals or show their opinion on various suggestions. And I said that, you know, we've been vouching for this for a long time. The actual signal provider cap is currently set at 10%, and we've been saying that for quite some time now. In fact, I did actually mention it back in June, so almost half a year ago, and I did give some reasons. Lowering the reward cap for signal providers to 5% or even less would likely increase the decentralization of the FTSO itself. It would also create an incentive for the signal providers without extensive teams to participate, as the signal provider rewards will be less concentrated towards the top performers. So the way that it currently works at 10%, you can see that they're hovering around this rate. Some of them have actually passed this in the past, but some of them, as you can see now, are hitting around 9%, 5%, 8%, somewhere around there. And basically, if the cap was reduced, it means that the delegators to someone who is over that cap, they would receive a diluted reward, and it would encourage them to delegate to other signal providers. So just bear that in mind. Moving on, I guess. Where was we? Here we go. Yes, here's an interesting question for you. I proposed this question earlier. Do you have more faith in your ability to keep a string of numbers and letters a secret? This is referring to your secret phrase. Or do you have more faith in an unknown entity to not be using your assets without your permission and keeping them safe on your behalf? So just a bit of a word of warning, it's been an absolute fiasco over the past couple of weeks, what's happened with FTX and subsequent damage that's, I guess, unfortunately not being contained, but it's always wise to keep your assets on a hardware wallet, whether that's paid for or a software wallet or a hot wallet such as Bifrost. Some big news coming this week from the Spark coin. This is a project created by Nebuchadnezzar, a legend in the space, and he launched his NFT collection. You can see them here, actually. These are the Sparktons, and it's basically going to be an application where you can actually tip on Twitter, and it's not just going to be for this Spark coin, but it's also going to be for all assets that reside on the Songbird network. So that could be SGB, obviously, WSGB, that's wrapped Songbird, and maybe even some other assets such as the Oracle token or SFIN or XFi. It's going to be pretty good. I'm really looking forward to it, and their minting of their initial collection has just gone live. So this is Nebuchadnezzar, and we actually did an interview together. I was basically talking all about this project and what it means for the community. If you haven't seen that, highly recommend checking it out. So yeah, moving on here, we have the Patreon giveaway. Yes, this is actually coming to an end very soon. So at the end of November, someone's actually going to win this, the Flare Community Poker Club NFT. This one is the 7 of clubs, and you may have seen the live streams where I give up to 25,000 SGB every single week, and yeah, it's up for grabs for the Patreon members. I'm going to randomly select it on Thursday when we do the next draw, so I'm wishing all of you the best of luck. And for those of you who don't know, I actually distribute one of these NFTs away every single week as well, so you've got a 1 in 52 chance of winning, and these NFTs are actually going to allow you to have a chance at winning my final collection, which is going to be on the Flare network. So I've been working on this for a long time, and here we go. This is a bit of a mind map. Don't worry, your eyes are not going a bit dodgy. This is actually blurred. I don't want to reveal my secret source, but I've been working on this map for quite some time. It's been finalized for quite some time. I'm just waiting for the Flare network to launch. It's going to be much more than just a generic NFT project, but it's also actually going to contain a source of passive income, obviously, and it's going to look very beautiful as well. So for those of you who don't know, this is, I guess, a render of something from Doge Hater. He creates some incredible work, and this is actually from the NFT itself. This is just one of the screenshots. That's me in the middle. But yeah, he's very talented. I mean, you can look at some of the work that he's done. There's Mr. Gary Gensler himself. I don't know, it's absolutely hilarious, and his work really is top notch. So you can stay tuned and look forward to that. I'm probably not going to be talking about it much more from this point, but just know that something big is coming, and it's going to be very interesting to say the least. We had this update earlier in the week from Kraken Exchange, a really big exchange actually, one of the top tier exchanges that I would consider, very liquid, very trustworthy. They've updated their stance on the FLR distribution, or at least confirmed it. Funding is now enabled, and here's what we can expect. The airdrop distribution to take place soon. Everyone's favorite word there. Don't hate me. And yes, staking and trading will be available. So trading confirmed, which is absolutely incredible. The more liquidity, the better. And staking as well. So I'm intrigued to know whether Kraken are actually developing a interface where you can actually delegate, or whether they're just going to custody it and delegate it to their own signal provider, or maybe even delegate to someone else on your behalf and take a cut. Either way, it's going to be interesting. But if you are utilizing FLR, I would highly recommend just using it yourself, taking control, holding it in your own wallet, and staking and delegating yourself. And that way you're going to get the airdrop, you're going to get the delegation rewards, and all of that good stuff too. Following the trend, we've got BTC markets here. They are ready and will distribute airdropped tokens to eligible customers. And, that's those who were holding XRP at the time of the snapshot. And, similar to how we saw this with Songbird, I think we're actually going to see a wave of exchanges announcing support, because it's really good for their exposure. They get a lot of coverage, my account retweeting this, you've got the Flare account retweeting this, which has, hundreds of thousands of followers. So I think it might start, a trend where these exchanges want to let their customers know that they are in support of the distribution. And if we look over here to Hugo's recent tweet, this was from, 4 days ago. Regarding this is relating to the distribution as well. So regarding the time frame, we will be releasing a list next week, that's this week, of exchanges that have agreed to distribute the tokens within days of the TDE, the token distribution event. It includes 99.9% of all major exchanges, even the major Japanese exchange who need regulatory sign-off. So this is very reassuring. If you are part of the top tier exchanges and you are expecting FLR to be distributed there, it seems like the Flare team have done a great job in making sure that they're all ready. And that's what this recent delay has been about. It's been about coordinating with all of the exchanges to allow them to be in a position where they're able to distribute FLR to their customers as soon as this TDE occurs. So the TDE, the token distribution event, is basically when the Flare team are distributing to all of the wallets. So if you've got self-custody wallet, and you're expecting to receive FLR on there, you're going to receive it first, and then within days, the majority of top tier exchanges are going to distribute to their customers as well. And this is the fairest way that people can do it, because, it doesn't give the advantage to those that held on self-custody wallets, because as we know from Songbird, the earlier you start delegating, the higher the rewards, right? So they're trying to make everything on a level playing field. So those who are, a bit disappointed by the delay, know that it's in the benefit of the community, especially if you're expecting to receive on exchanges. Moving forward, we have this here, a new tool developed by ftso.eu, and it's a very interesting tool and a well-needed tool actually on Songbird. And it basically, or not just Songbird, you can see the number of networks that it's supporting here: Flare networks on Songbird, Binance, Ethereum, Chainlink, and many others too. And it basically allows you to revoke access. So this is my wallet that was connected, and it allows you to revoke access to contracts which you may no longer want to interact with. And it's basically a safety precaution. definitely recommended if you want to stay on top of your, I guess, security. And just on a side note, I'd highly recommend having multiple different wallets for different things, whether that's holding NFTs, whether that's connecting to DeFi, or maybe just a wallet which you completely keep offline and just put SGB there to delegate. So this is pretty good. It's evmallowance.com, developed by FTSO EU, one of the oldest signal providers in the space, here from the very first epoch. FLR Finance, they've actually just created another 180-day XFi pool. Now, I was actually having a back and forth between someone else on, might be able to find it here actually. No, maybe not. Someone was talking about how it was unfair that they entered a 180-day XFi pool, maybe 90 days ago. And they said that the APY in that pool is much less than this new one. Now, let me just tell you briefly about the reward pools. So both of these reward pools, both 180-day reward pools, they actually have the same reward rate in SFIN, and the amount you receive is based, and the APY is actually based on how much people are delegating, or not delegating, how many people are providing liquidity for that pool. So if you've got two pools with the exact same SFIN to be distributed each day, if your share is less in one pool than the other, the APY will be less than the other. So that's something to consider. There's a lot of variables based on the APY, and if, especially with the XFi pools, the locked pools, the APY will only decrease because people can't take XFi out of the pool. They can only add into it, and as they add into it, it dilutes your share of the pool in terms of a percentage. We've got Sparkles here, an NFT platform. I'm sure you're all fully aware. They're just marking their 1 year anniversary, and that is today, November the 28th, of the Genesis collection. So that's all these here. I'm interested to see what else comes of this collection. I do know that we are expecting an airdrop based off this, so stay tuned for that. I'll be sure to update you as and when more information becomes available. Yes, this is actually pretty cool. This is from Superbad series. Some of you may have already seen it. I'll blow it up here. This is just another game render, Unreal Engine 5. I'm not going to play with the music, just because of all copyright claims and all that good stuff, but I will play the video for you. It looks absolutely incredible. The power of Unreal Engine. Look, you've got Network here on the side, Superbad on this side, and then some big boss right there. So for those who like to game, this might be right up your street. And in fact, I did get a little snippet of a tweet here from the Superbad series, where Flash XRP was asking, what style of game is this? Superbad series replied that it's an action role-playing NFT game presented through a third-person perspective where players control a customizable player character on the journey to rid the world of mutants and monsters. I'm looking forward to this. From what we've seen of it, it does look pretty good. And in fact, some of you may have scouted before. There was a little insight to a Flare community, I guess, section, which was pretty cool. They asked me if they could use my logo. Let me see if I can just quickly find it. Might not be able to. Here we go. There it is. Look, the FC logo, very intriguing indeed. It's absolutely overwhelmingly, I don't know, appreciative that I've been included in this game. So yeah, I'm going to be very proud and very intrigued to see what's behind these doors. I'm sure you guys are too. I guess we're going to close on some general comments. So before Songbird launched, many told me how complicated the delegation would be, and we only had the theory. I remember making videos on this, and there wasn't any user interface. There was nothing to show, no visuals, and I was saying, you had to wrap your Songbird, transform it into WSGB. You have to select your delegators. You have to define a percentage, and all of this stuff. And everyone was really scared or maybe not scared, maybe apprehensive, or intimidated. And I said, you know, although this may be the case, the talented community of developers actually created the user interface that make it really simple and intuitive, right? So I'm sure you will agree that the process seems very simple right now. You know, sometimes it just takes a visual walkthrough to see how it's going to go. And, you know, I'm pretty confident that many people, after seeing my F asset video and the process and the steps that go along with it, they may be also intimidated. You know, it does sound complicated having to provide collateral and define an address and, approve this contract and send assets here and receive them. And it's not going to be the case. It's going to be very easy to handle. It's going to be as equally easy as you wrap and delegate your SGB or FLR. So stay tuned for that. Don't be intimidated. I'm sure after a couple of runs, you'll be walking through the process like no one's business. This, again, is a very general comment before we wrap up. Some people think it's crazy to invest in crypto, so I've been told by many people, and that's a possibility, but from my perspective, it's not as crazy as sitting on the sidelines when the future of money is literally being built before our eyes. We know that this technology is going to be integrated into everyday life. It's already slowly doing so. And yeah, if you're here watching this video right now live, congratulations in advance. You're in the right place, and all you need to do is just be patient. Pick the right projects, hold tight, strap yourselves in, because it's going to be a wild ride. So I did mention earlier that I was going to select a winner for the XRP draw. Let me give this a quick refresh, because hopefully we've got more than 10. Oh, so we've only got 9 retweets. If someone wants to retweet that, you'll have a 1 in 10 chance of winning. There is a link in the pinned section of the YouTube comments. But yeah, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be heading over for the community, or the members chat. I've got a really interesting quiz for you guys today. I'm sure you're going to love it. But if you are a member, that's a Patreon member or a YouTube member, be sure to come and join the Patreon. There is a link in the description, and it shows you exactly how to set things up. And after connecting your YouTube account or your Patreon account to Discord, you'll unlock a lot of different rooms, and you'll also get access to the members chat here, and the quiz league as well. And you know, the quiz league, we basically have a competition where you can win. I think there's 300 XRP up for grabs every single quarter, and every week it's 30 XRP too. So let's have a quick look at that. There we go. We got 11. Happy days. May as well pick this now so you guys know that we're not playing. There we go. Load tweet. You do have to follow me as well. That is a pre-requestee. And yeah, we'll have a quick peek. I'm thinking of doing this each and every day. I've got D-Day up there, Professor, Lazy Lab Rat, all the legends. Good luck. Just give it a quick draw. And the winner is Bama Street King. So congratulations to you. I'm going to send you a tip via Twitter on the tip bot, so stay tuned for that. And for everyone else, hopefully I will see you all soon in the Discord. We're going to be having a little bit of a chinwag here on the members stage, and of course running the quiz. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's news. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out.
We have liftoff.